The thing about the Democrats, they everything that they complain about, their leaders have done to some type of level. So, you know, they want to talk about the rule of law, the rule of law. Trump is breaking the rule of law. Um, but they've been ignoring our federal immigration laws, and in fact, taking down um, borders or deterrents in Texas to allow illegals to come into our country. And the federal government backed down when 25 states had Texas's back. So like the Democrats, everything that they say, they complain about, like they just ignore what their side has done. So I'm to the point where I just don't care if we break the law. I just don't care. Whatever we have to do to fix shit, if we have to bend some rules, oh well, like we don't have to be like do everything right because the Democrats haven't. So if any Democrats want to complain about anything, all you have to do is reverse the argument onto them. Be like, what about this? You had no problem with this, but now you have a problem with MAGA doing it, with Trump doing it. It's just like I'm seeing this all over X, and I see them. They sit here and they're fighting for government waste. Like the people screaming loudest, the politicians screaming loudest, and influencers are probably the ones that are benefiting from USAID off of our tax dollars. Like they don't understand that like we can't keep this going the way it's. We need radical changes in our system, or else we'll have societal breakdown. Like people don't want to work because there's no benefit. Like so, a lot of women aren't really interested in men. Like a big portion of our society, including me. And it's not like the men are like horrible, they're trash. They're just not like high status men. They're not, they work regular jobs, so they get looked down on. So like if we have a bunch of men who usually do these jobs that keep this infrastructure moving forward, and they see their money being wasted by bureaucrats and the government with their tax dollars, and they barely make enough to like survive on their own, and the women don't want them. Like, why are they going to continue to work? Like, how long do Democrats think that the way we've been doing things is going to last? Like, if the Democrats would have won, if they would have did their thing and they won again, we would have social collapse. Like, seriously, we would have civilization collapse. I don't think that people understand how close we were to civilization collapse. Because people would just stop working altogether. Working, like, nobody likes their jobs. Like, maybe some people do, but most people, they hate their jobs. They can't wait till they're off of work. They can't wait until the weekend and they don't have to work. And if you have a big percentage of the people who keep this infrastructure moving forward, doing the dirty jobs, which most women don't do, and there's no, like, women aren't really into us because we're low status, what's the point of keep doing it? Like, why? For what? Then you'll start seeing stuff break down. You'll see, like, rolling blackouts. You'll see your water get shut off, turn back on, and get shut off. You'll see things failing big time. You'll see your trash get piled up because there's no more trash. Like, a big reason why men do what we do is because the incentive to be available for women to be available to us. Um, so like we're not just gonna keep being slaves. And I think the reason that we made it, I I think the reason why we made it is because of the hope of Trump. He's not gonna solve all the problems. Obviously, he's not gonna solve everything, but he can correct a lot of wrongs, put us on a better path for us to be hopeful, to want to work. That's why you've seen like the military had a lot of recruiting problems during the Biden administration for obvious reasons. You know, when you, I can't even talk. Can I even talk about this? Like YouTube, can we talk about like real things anymore, or do I have to worry about being banned? Oh, misinformation. Like, I just want to talk about what happened a few years ago in my country. Am I not allowed to speak about that? Like, that's why I kind of don't even want to make videos, because I just can't even like save my mind. Like, I'm not even like if I'm out here like trying to like instigate violence or like say stuff like that, I get it. But like, why can't people just speak their mind on here? Just let us speak our mind, especially like if somebody's racist, or they say, like, let them out themselves and everybody knows who they are when we see who they are. Like, what is wrong with that? I just think it's stupid. It's called YouTube, and you know, as long as no laws are being broken, then like, why do you care so much? um, but yeah, like we were on like when Elon Musk, which that sign, when I seen him make that gesture, when he said "my heart goes out," and it looked like the Aryan sign, the Romanian sign, the Nazi sign. That's what it looked like, and that's what they've been calling him. That's what they call us. That's what they've been calling us anyway. Um, it's just like, it's dumb. Like nobody cares. Doesn't anyone really care what these people say or they think anymore? Like the leftists, like these people don't even know what a woman is. You know what I mean? Like they don't know. They think there's like 150,000 genders. Like these people are delusional. Like who cares what they say? They don't know anything. But the thing is, like, you see the people screaming loudest. Like I said, they're probably benefiting from these corrupt industries, government industries, and the common man who keeps this thing moving forward. There's so many of these fake jobs out here where these people don't do nothing and they get paid a ton of money to sit in an office, while people who actually come out here and produce, and there's like, I've worked with hard working women, man. So like there's hard working women too that are out here in the blue collar field. It's not just men, but I'm saying like it's predominantly men doing the dirty jobs. Predominantly. So like, who's going, if men don't feel like if men feel like they're being looked at like a piece of shit by society, what is the point of helping the society move forward? And that's why you've seen a big drop. That's one of the reasons why you've seen a big drop in the military. It's like, I'm not going to fight and die for this country. Fuck this country, man. This country hates me. Oh, just because of the color of my skin, I got to be looked at like a second class citizen. Like, why are we going backwards? Shouldn't like we all just be like looked at as the same? That's what we should be looked at as the same. We shouldn't. There's so much emphasis on skin color nowadays, and this is what I've said before. I said, maybe not in a video, but you know, like this whole push of the DEI narrative, it's racist to everybody to begin with, but like it just seems like okay, that's what how humiliating is it, like, for a black person to see a character that was a white person be a black person now? Like, they can't, like, make a character, like, you can't come up with a cool character for that person. You got to just take an existing character, which everybody identifies that person as, like, if it was reversed, let's just say, like, what if I came out with a movie like Friday, had the same characters, the same everything, but with just white people? Like, how would that be perceived by the black community? You know what I mean? And there's just, like, this push to suppress white people, especially white men, and make us feel like we're hated, or we need to hate ourselves, or we're stupid, or the bad guys. Like, I seen the Super Bowl video commercial yesterday, where it was this not white woman versus, like, a whole white team of men, and she's, like, playing flag football, just, like, juking them and doing all these huge, crazy moves that is not realistic at all. Like, women, your best athletes cannot compare to men's best athletes. Like, what I'm trying to say with the racing, and I know that I probably sound like a hypocrite, what I'm trying to say is, like, we were coming a long way. We were, like, I think that we were doing really, really well. Like, especially in the 90s when I was growing up, it just seems like nobody cared about skin color. Like, we were, like, getting past all that. And then, like, when I voted for Barack Obama, I'm like, this solidifies things. This should unite everybody, that, like, we got the first black president. Like, we voted in, like, a black president. Like, what? And then it's just like we have so much, like, hatred. Like, oh, I'm a colonizer, I give the land back to the Native Americans. It's like, dude, I am a Native American. I was born here, my family was born here. I'm a Native American. I pay taxes. I've had family members who have fought in wars to protect this country. Like, don't tell me I'm not Native American. Yeah, I'm not, like, Native American the race, but, like, I'm technically Native American because this is where I live. What are you gonna send me back to? Like, there's a ton of, like, I send me back where? I was born here. Like, this is my country. And it's just like, I just think that the DEI thing is such a slap in the face. All the woke crap is such a slap in the face, and people are tired of that shit. Like, it's just like if this was reversed, like, and I lived in South Africa, and, like, they started trying to prop up, white people, and, like, pander to us, I would, like, oh, DI, oh, you need to, like, I would just feel, like, insulted. That's how I would feel. I wouldn't feel like, I don't know. People say, oh, you shouldn't be talking about this. Like, this is, like, an honest discussion, and this is a big thing. Like, I think that, like, the whole thing is a trap to try. The Nazis, there was skinheads, there was neo-Nazi people, but they were such a small, like, a minuscule part of society, and people and society rejects them. And then now I'm seeing a white nationalist rise. I'm seeing a Nazi rise. I'm seeing people promote Hitler like he was such a great person when he's a piece of shit. And it's like, why is this happening? Is because when you hate on white people, and you just put them down, saying they're pieces of shit, there becomes, like, the opposite effect happens, where people are like, fuck you then, man, I'm going to become racist. And I'm seeing it on X. I don't see it in real life, but I see it on X where it's starting, it's coming out, it's gaining traction, and I don't like that. I like how it was in the 90s where like if you get where you're at, it doesn't matter your skin color, it just matters like how your skills and what you do. Like a lot of this society is just so degenerate. It's become so degenerate and phony. It's just that's another thing. It's just become so degenerate and phony that like people are just like, why work? And I probably shouldn't be even upload this video because it's gonna make me look bad. Because anytime a white person that talks about any type of racial thing, I can't talk about that because isn't that kind of weird that I can't talk about that? Like I owned slaves or something, or like I lived in Jim Crow laws, and like I think like what is it the um what is that thing called where affirmative action. I understand why it was implemented, and it should have been implemented, but at some point it's like, okay, like now like why do we have to keep having this? Like because like the black population got treated like such shit that it's like, yes, you have to like in order for them to start getting ahead, you have to have more DEI stuff. But I just think that stuff nowadays, it's just ridiculous to have. And like I said, there's a time and a place for it for sure. Like the DEI stuff for sure, to try to help people get interested and get educated and stuff like that. But like, I think we're well past that. It's like society just like went backwards because of the Democrats. The Democrats want people enslaved. There's this guy. He's a black dude. Dude's awesome. I think his name is Isaiah Carter. He made this viral video. It's like a 3-minute video just ragging on Democrats. He was a Democrat. And something that really stuck out when he said the Democrats use black people as mules to push their agenda. And that's like I've seen this. I know they've done this. They treat like every 4 years the Democrats come around like, hey, or 2 years, hey, come and vote for us because like you're supposed to vote for Democrat. If you don't vote for Democrat, then like you're voting for the racists. It's like those people are like racist internally. They don't show it. Like the DEI is just so racist against everybody. Like to think that I have more privilege than LeBron James? Are you kidding me? Yes, white privilege existed back in the 60s. But then we had civil rights, some laws that passed with civil rights and stuff like that corrected. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things that happened in America. And it happened to every country. Every country was brutal. Every country was savage. Like every country has bad things that they've done. But it's just like that shouldn't be forgotten at all. But like to punish people in the future for people because of like them being a certain race, because like to say to punish me and my kids because we look like the people who were pieces of shit to black people 70 years ago. And I'm not saying like this racism has stopped. There's still white racists, there's black racists, man. Like why is it only like white people are just like the only racists? And I've heard like, oh, black people can't be racist at all, and that's just ridiculous, man. Like anybody can be a racist. I understand like why there's enragement from black folks to know like how their ancestors are treated, to not know where their culture is, where they came from. But for me, I don't really sit here and I'm not the type of person that just sits here like I'm white, I'm white, I'm white, I'm white. Like it's like my whole identity is I'm white. It's just so weird when people's whole identity is wrapped around their skin color. It just tells me how superficial and like shallow you are if like you're just so concerned about your skin color, and it's like your identity is so weird. I wonder if I'm gonna get like a serious backlash. And listen, man, don't be saying racist shit in my comments. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see that shit. From anybody. I don't like racist at all. I don't fucking like Nazis. I don't like racist. And people are gonna say, "Oh, you're fucking racist." Why? Because I'm just talking about, just trying to have a discussion. Can I have a discussion about what's going on? Because like, it would be nice if we can just like get along. Can we all just get along? You know, like, why do we have to fight? Don't we want a great future for everybody? Like, seriously, can we get, like, I want to get past the whole political bullshit with the Democrats. But they're, like, such entrenched in their cult that it makes me like, dude, you're literally fighting for government waste at this point. You're fighting for corruption. Like, there's people that's about to be arrested because of how they've spent our tax dollars and they've benefited from it. Like, we're about to see a lot of people get locked up, and rightfully so. We might even see people tried for treason. And they're scared. That's what I'm saying. The people who are probably the most corrupt are the ones screaming the loudest to fight against Doge, to fight against an audit? How the hell do you not want our government to be audited? You don't want our government to run more efficiently? You want to keep, like, if there's like these programs that you like, if you want to fund like Sesame Street shows in a different country, go for it with your own funds. It doesn't need to have my tax dollars. If you want to push atheism in Pakistan, use your own money. If you feel bad for people in third world countries because of their living standards, and you think that our government should give them welfare, like Elon just came out with a tweet saying that there was a payment last week to house illegals in luxury hotels in New York, defying one of Trump's executive orders. Like, if you're fighting for that, if you want people who break the law come here illegally to live like luxurious lives, use your own money. Use your own money. But you don't. And at some point, shit's gonna break if we don't reform shit. The way things were going with the Democrats, people would just stop paying their taxes altogether at some point. You know, they'll just stop. Like, I don't even want to like get my taxes done because I'm so tired of it. Like, oh, so you know how much I owe you, then why do I have to go to this preparer or I gotta go do this? Like, if you already know how much I owe, then just send me a bill and I'll pay it. Like, why is it so difficult? Like, what am I paying for anyway? You know, like, you hire those 87,000 people. Like, then it should be easy. Then it should be easy. Just send me a bill and I'll pay it. Why do I have to go, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that? If you can see everything, you know, if I leave something out and then you audit me, like I said, things should be easier. Things should be better. But it's like the Democrats think that like we should just keep on with the same narrative, the same old same. Like, they were literally leading us off a cliff. They're leading us to civil war. I'm dead serious. Because at some point people were just like, and like this is what they say too, is like, oh, January 6th, January 6th. Like that's the only thing that they say when two of them try to kill Donald Trump before he was president. When he was running for president, two of their people. Oh, he was like, oh, the guy supported MAGA. He voted for Trump in 2016. Well, he voted for Biden in 2020. Like, he changed. He's radical. He got radicalized. That kid. Oh, you think a Trump supporter is going to try to kill Trump? What? What are you talking about? Like, that person was obviously radicalized. And how do we not see their profile? Like, they don't have a digital footprint. We don't know anything about these people. Why don't we know anything about these people? Why is that being hidden? You know, like, anytime there's a school shooter, it's a white person. It's on the front page of every newspaper, and it's on every single media outlet. But if it's like this black kid who's a Nazi, obviously delusional. He went and just shot up a school and got killed himself, and there was no talk about that. Like, the media is fucked. If you believe the mainstream media, that's why it's so hard to believe anything now. Because the mainstream media have totally, like, made it so, like, I just don't believe you. And it sucks, because I want to trust you. The most trusted news source, CNN, that's what they were, like, I want to. I just want you to tell me the facts and let me decide myself. If you want to have people that say their opinions, have them for both sides, but let us know the fact. Just tell us what the hell's going on. Don't tell us what narrative you want us to hear. It's stupid. The fact that the Democrats keep, like, doubling and tripling down is just like, I want both parties to be moderate. I want a MAGA version for the Democrats where they're moderates. We need to reject the Nazis, which I fight back against, and we need to reject the Democrats need to reject the communist. Or whatever hybrid Nazi fascist communist ideology they've morphed into. Fight against it. We need moderate. So go back to normal, man. We want things to be chill, cool. We want to produce. We want to feel like when I go to work, I'm actually, like, accomplishing something. Why aren't people having kids? I don't know why people aren't having kids, because they hate fucking working and they don't feel like they're going anywhere. They don't feel like they can buy a house. Fuck, I'm almost 45 and I can't even buy a house. I never even had a house before. I never owned a house. So it's just like, it's hard, man. And it doesn't need to be hard. It needs, like, start making incentives so bring the carrot back to us, so we want to, like, accomplish big things. I want to be excellent. I don't want to be, like, sitting here like, why should I work hard? Why? For what? For who? How is it benefiting my future? Because I'm just working hard to be in the same place. And that's how people feel. No. I'm trying to make more content. So, yeah. I haven't really done really great with this when it comes to growing. And that's hard. It's hard to keep, like, wanting to. But then that's what I'm talking about with the working thing. There's no carrot. Like, if I feel like there's no carrot. And I like making videos. I like talking about things. I don't see growth, though. And it's frustrating. See, other people grow, but I don't. Anyway. Yeah. People will probably, oh, you're racist. I'm not racist, man. I'm not. I'm probably one of the most least racist people out here. Nobody's perfect anyway. Like, why is it? What is this? The left is, like, expects everyone to be, like, perfect, and they're not even close to be perfect themselves. This is why they lost so bad. I hope America doesn't vote for these people in 2026. That's it.